We're Claire and Shane and we're Tiernan's parents.
Life prior to Middletown's intervention, we would have found that we wouldn't have had a huge amount of support. The confidence that the support that Middletown has given us and the additional tools to deal with Tiernan's diagnosis and the work that's been put in by Deirdre and all the team around Tiernan has been fantastic.
I really liked my experience with Middletown because before I didn't know how to, like, for example, if I got it, like someone made me angry, I'd just go straight over and I really just want to hurt them. But now that Middletown have taught me how to control my temper and they've really helped make me progress. Before Middletown came to help me, I knew very little about what I had. Middletown have helped me understood more what autism means, and I can explain that to people more. My friends, my very good friends, I can explain it to them now what it is, and I can help them understand me more.
The impact on Tiernan's siblings, Grace and Alfie, has been huge.
Although the attention is centred obviously on Tiernan because that's why that's why we're with Middletown. It's been fantastic for Grace because she hasn't been left out. There have been several sibling workshops that she has got to go to, which is just purely for the siblings of the children with the diagnosis of autism. So it means that Grace gets something, and that's huge for Grace because she feels then that it's about her and that it's not always about Tiernan, and that's the way it should be as well. With the sibling workshops, it allows Grace, and hopefully Alfie, as he gets a little bit older, he will also visit the sibling workshops, but it allows Grace to integrate, communicate and socialise with other children who have similar situations in their home, where their lives are probably overshadowed by the autism in the house, or the child with the diagnosis of autism. And I think Grace has greatly benefited from that, the sibling workshops, and takes a lot from it, and it gives her more tools as well. As Claire had said, in certain situations, obviously it doesn't work all the time, as it wouldn't in any house, but a lot of the times the strategies which Grace has been given to identify when Tiernan is bubbling or maybe coming to a 3 or 4 or 5, she can quite often talk Tiernan down because of what she's learned, and Tiernan can step back and take a moment, and it just gives that extra minute or 30 seconds just to allow him to simmer down a little bit. So in that sense, it's had a huge impact.
Grace would often model the strategies that Middletown would have provided for Tiernan in the home setting. When we would arrive back on a visit the following week, Grace would have modelled and created a visual resource similar to that that she would have been using with Tiernan in the meantime.
It's been really good because I'm getting ideas for what to make, because since Deirdre's gone I have more ideas to help my brothers with.
The collaboration between home and school is hugely important. We are so lucky with Tiernan School, and the principal he has there is amazing. Every so often the school would send home Mr. Maguire, his resource teacher, and the team of teachers that are involved with Tiernan would send home a positive postcard, and it would just say we're aware of the good work you're putting in and you're trying really hard, and he loves to get that.
It's a collaborative approach, and the open lines of communication is hugely important with the school, and that's something that Middletown have been integral in making sure that that's kept open. The constant communication between home and school, and the knowing that we can speak to them at any stage, and anything that, as you said, works here at home, we can tie it in with school and vice versa.
Yes, so a lot of our communication with Tiernan's parents would have been very informally, with informal conversations before Tiernan attends school in the morning. It could be just a 5-minute conversation of how he slept the previous night, or how he was feeling that particular morning. There's huge value in those conversations, in that it helps us paint a picture of how Tiernan is coping on that particular day, and if there's anything underlying that we might not have been aware of otherwise. I think that the Middletown experience has encouraged us to analyse our own policies and open up a dialogue about the inclusivity of such policies. Code of behaviour, for example, would be one example. But overall, I think the legacy that the Middletown experience has left in the school is one in which, teachers, we now understand that we we have to be an advocate for the child with autism. Tiernan is very fortunate to have incredibly supportive parents, and we've really enjoyed working with them, but there will come a time when we'll have children who won't have that support network from home, and I think it's important that we be their voice and that we advocate for them on their behalf.